Literary theory is traditionally applied to forms of literature, but I want to take these theories and extend them beyond those boundaries of the traditional understanding of literature. An approach that is in many ways akin to cultural studies. This course, however, will focus on the arts, such as, literature, film, music, pictorial arts, things like that. This is opposed to the traditional spirit of cultural studies that seeks to apply critical methods to pretty much anything that you can think about in the context of culture and society. They traditionally expand the boundaries to architecture, to cultural traditions such as taking selfies, Facebooking, YouTubing. You get the idea. And within the school of thought, theorist Robert Scholl says this: to put it as directly and perhaps as brutally as possible, we must stop teaching literature and start studying texts. Our new way of study must be devoted to textual studies, with the consumption and production of texts thoroughly intermingled. Our favorite works of literature need not be lost in this new enterprise, but the exclusivity of literature as a category must be discarded. All kinds of texts, visual as well as verbal, polemic as well as seductive, must be taken as the occasions for further textuality. And textual studies must be pushed beyond the discrete boundaries of the page and book into the institutional practices and social structures that can themselves be usefully studied as codes and texts. What the hell did he just say? Basically, the way that we traditionally approach literature need not be confined to just words on a page, as he says. It's not just printed text on paper. It extends beyond that. Everything can be textualized, as he puts it. We can approach these cultural traditions, such as the way we interact with television when we watch it, how we interact with each other on YouTube, and other types of networking, social media platforms. So why is any of this important? There's all this talk about living for the moment, or seizing the day, or as Henry David Thoreau put it, sucking the marrow out of life, and other such comments that communicate the message of living life intentionally and enjoying life, living for that moment. What I want to point out is that art matters. All these things that constitute our culture and our society, all of these popular narratives and different art forms, they matter. From the books we read, from the movies we watch, to the music we listen to the pictorial arts that we view, all of that matters. Each of those art forms influence us. They influence our culture, and they influence who we are as people. Our attitudes, our desires, they begin to mold us. So all of these arts matter greatly in how they affect us and affect our society as a whole. And if we want to enjoy our lives, live in that moment, seize the day, really live intentionally, it's important that we have an appreciation for the works of art that influence us in our society and our culture at large. So all of these things matter. It's just like a relationship. In the context of a relationship, one notices that you become closer, more intimate with the other person the more you learn about them. And if you want to deepen your relationship, you find out more about this person. You find out their history, what their likes are, their dislikes, what their pet peeves are, what their attitudes are towards certain issues in life, what their desires are, what their fears are. All of that to say, by understanding the arts, we'll be able to have a better understanding of our culture, better understanding of ourselves. Because oftentimes these arts are viewed as nothing more than mere entertainment, Granted, they are entertaining, but we have to understand that they're more than just entertainment. The movies we watch, our favorite songs that we listen to on the radio, the artwork that we post up in our homes or view on the internet, these things all come with a message. All of these art forms influence us in ways that we can never imagine if we don't understand them. So the point of this course will be to expand your thinking, to understand the things that are most influential in your life and most influential in the culture. And this is my hope for this course.